Yeah, sure, go ahead.
No trouble.
Yep. Okay, folks, thank you for your patience. We're just trying to let it get as dark as possible so and work as profound as possible. So that seems to be taken on pretty well already. Thank you all for coming down. That's, well, that's a bit shameful, I suppose, that we're all here 2 years later. Well, it's encouraging that everybody's here, but it's shameful in humanity that we have to be here. I think is the overall message really. It's just disheartening. I mean, we had a summer speech after 1 year. We thought, how is this possibly going on for 1 year? And now we're here saying, how is it possibly going on for 2 years? And it just brings us relief, honestly. I mean, everybody here accumulated, they recognise and they see the evilness of what's going on, and it just brings us relief, honestly. I don't know what much more to say than that. But thank you all for coming out anyway. I think just before I introduce our speakers, we've got a few different speakers here today. young, old, and everything in between. But just to touch on like there's some other social issues. Like when you look at the news outside of Palestine, you see a lot of things in America about ICE and deportations and just the kind of the general angst there that's going on, and that's kind of the test of their society at the minute, the fabric of America. You know, you see the good people come out and stand up against ICE and just civil disobedience and just saying we're not going to stand for this shit. And we don't obviously have that issue here. Yes, you have barrage and the boats and so forth in England, but what I think we have in our society right now is the Palestine issue. Like, it's just a litmus test of our social fabric here for everybody under the British court system at the minute. I mean, you just have to look at the way kneecap was treated, the protracted method that they used to use the full extent of the legal system for something that was absolute bullshit. Again, with the Fulton 24 Palestine action, like they're just completely circumventing law just to suit an agenda that is corrupted by lobbies and Zionism. It's disgusting. But solidarity against like this here all across the country to show them that they can't stop us, and they're trying even harder. They're pissed off now that prescribing Palestine action didn't work, so now they're trying to introduce laws against repeat protesting. You can't repeat protest. Seriously? That's ridiculous. We're going to keep repeat protesting anyway, just take that as well. But I'm going to introduce a couple of our speakers here now. Some of you may have seen on social media or heard that we've got a couple of new speakers today. Really delighted to see it, because sometimes, and this is no offence to all the people I see here, but it's the same old familiar faces, and I think, are we the only people that care what is going on? And now you see a group of young ones here, all from Thornhill College today. And you realise that young ones do care, and they do give a shit. And their teachers told them they weren't allowed to wear uniforms down here today. And they said, fuck that, we came all down around. So we're very lucky that two have volunteered to speak, so we have Anya and Cara up here now, please.
Hi, my name is Anya and I'm 16 years old and I'm tired of being ignored. I've been told too many times that speaking up is too political. So today I speak on behalf of the students to all of you who remain silent. You sit there in your halls of power, talking about peace and justice, while an entire people are being wiped out before our eyes. You promise change, you promise humanity, yet what you always see are broken bodies, burning homes, and the silence of those who could stop it. We trusted you, you failed us. You say you care about human rights, but where are the rights for the children under the rubble? You say you stand for freedom, but what freedom exists when the skies rain bombs? How could you watch this happen and do nothing? How could you? We trusted you failed us. Every day, more lives are lost. Not numbers, but people. Children who will never laugh again. Mothers who bury their families with their bare hands. Fathers who search for scraps of bread while the word debates whether the suffering is political. We trusted you failed us. You talk of balance of both sides, as if equality exists between the oppressed and the oppressor, as if survival is a crime, as if demands and love makes one unworthy of life. You tell us there are rules, laws and processes, but what law justifies watching an entire population starve? What process excuses silence in the face of slaughter? What rules allow the world to look away again and again while claiming to care? The word said, never again, but here it is, again. You have stolen their futures and their voices, and you still dare to call for things. You still dare to act as if this is complicated. There is nothing complicated about children dying. There is nothing complicated about genocide. We will not forget. We will not be silent. We trusted you. You failed us. History will remember what you did and what you refused to do. So I ask you, all of you who claim to care, stop failing us. Thank you.
My name is Tara McGonigal, and as you know, this is Anya Bryce, and we're the founders of the Global Sister Society, a movement of students who advocate for human rights both globally and internationally. We especially emphasise the importance of women and girls' voices and their rights to stand up for their beliefs. Today marks 2 years since what some believe to be the beginning of a devastating war between Israel and Palestine. For those who have this belief, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're incorrect. This is a genocide which has taken place over a shocking 77 years. A genocide which we refuse to accept any longer. As Anya so rightly stated, those in power will stand up. They will not take action. They refuse to protect the civilians of Palestine. We demand action, not only from our government, but from the United Nations in response to the Article 5 violation of the torture and humiliation of Irish citizens abducted in international waters. Due to the government's lack of action, we, the youth, have been forced to stand up. I'm so glad to see so many young people and members of our society today here to represent us in our opposition to this genocide. We are sick and tired of waiting. You will hear our voices and you will listen. We refuse to accept a future based on brutality and violence. If you're interested in supporting us in our movement, we're on Instagram at Global Sister Society and TikTok sisters.of.justice. A big thank you from both Anya and I for giving us the opportunity to speak today. And to you, the people of Derry, for listening. Saoirse gan Fáiste.
Brilliant, thank you both very much. To follow up now, we're going to have Becca Moore from Jews for Palestine, Ireland, to have a couple of words as well. Thank you.
I can't believe I can follow that.
We've been witnessing immeasurable destruction these past 2 years. A genocide that has attempted to destroy the present, the past, and the future of the Palestinian people. Targeting the infrastructure of life, people themselves, but also water, sewage, hospitals, schools, agricultural land, the cultural infrastructure of Gaza, the mosques, artists, journalists, professors, universities, all in rubble. The history, the cemeteries, the archives, the libraries, the joy, the rootedness. Keir Starmer told us today not to protest out of respect. But the only way to show respect for the Palestinian people, for the hundreds of thousands of Jews like myself who are screaming not in our name, and for democracy, humanity, decency, is to come out tonight like you're doing today and say enough. Enough genocide. Enough bombing, enough ethnic cleansing, enough apartheid. Trump's 20-point plan is being hailed by Western media and Western powers as a path forward. But regardless of a deal, we know the deal will not lead to lasting peace. Because peace cannot be imposed by war criminals. Peace cannot exist without Palestinian sovereignty, without a right to return. There can be no peace without reparations, and there can be no peace without justice. So on this solemn day that marks the beginning of 2 years of hell, on top of 77 years of hell of occupation and apartheid, we need to continue to isolate Israel, economically, politically, and culturally. We need to force our governments to ban the sales of arms and technology for war. No business as usual. So stand up and walk out. Please heed to the call on the 16th of October to walk out at lunchtime to demand an end to genocide. We'll start with 15 minutes and build the confidence in our workplaces and schools, a confidence that is a precondition to build the global mass militant movement that will be necessary to free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Thank you, Becca. I think we possibly have a speaker as well from Minnesota ITSC. Is that correct, or have I got my wires crossed? Nikita? No, sorry, my mistake. It's good to have everybody out here from Monash AKC today as well. Thank you very much for coming down. Just before we get into Kieran's demonstrator, sorry, has better introduction and management here because I'm not entirely sure. Would you mind saying a couple of words about it, Kieran? Thank you. Thank you.
Blinded by that. Yeah, I was just getting really, I'm an artist, I normally do murals, sort of portraits, stuff like that. I was finding it more and more difficult to actually concentrate on my own work because I was watching what was going on in the world and I was just getting really upset. I was getting very depressed with it all really. So I went to bed there, I think it was the 3rd of September, and I just sort of shouted at the ceiling. I was trying to get ideas of something I could do, maybe a mural, maybe something that could be impactful, because the picture can't paint 1,000 words, as they say. So I went to bed and I just basically got these dreams, and it was Donald Trump and Netanyahu and all these people are in these fancy restaurants, and in the background was everything that was going on in Palestine, Gaza and that, and it was just like this really realistic dream. And I was walking past them in the restaurant, and just walking out onto the street, and I woke up the next morning just with these images kind of burnt in my mind, and I just started photoshopping them straight away. Got on to Tommy and the guys in Donegal, IPLC, and that, and they just jumped on to see if they could help do anything. So I started photoshopping up loads of different images, and as you're going through the process of doing different artwork, you're playing around with things, and they're horrific. They're very difficult images to look at as well, but I decided then you kind of stumble across images of there's a woman with her son, Mohammed, in Palestine, and I just got really shocked and upset when I seen that image. I actually hadn't seen it myself, so I decided to Photoshop this lady. So the other idea was you were putting the politicians involved in what they're actually doing in the environment they were doing. So I was putting them in that environment that they're responsible for creating, is it? But then the flip version or the mirror version of it, when you're standing back and look at it, I was thinking if you took somebody from Palestine and put them somewhere like in New York, which I did first, and then I did one in London, and then I was thinking I'll do one in Ireland, and I was looking at iconic areas in Ireland that you could use, and then I stumbled across the sculptures, which I was well aware of up in Dublin, the famine sculptures. And then it just kind of clicked, because I found one image and it had like the bank in the background and that, and that's where a lot of the problems coming from, is kind of money, and it just kind of, this image just kind of clicked into place as a kind of a powerful image that could be used. Because I was hoping to show the Irish people about the fact that we went through a forced famine and genocide like back 150 years, you know, and we were well able to go out and fish and forage and find all that, but there must have been a massive militant operation to totally close people down like that. And then we got support from the Choctaw Nation, the Native Americans gave a donation. But another really interesting thing I found out during COVID, a friend of mine, he owns a newspaper in Drogheda, that the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire found out about the famine in Ireland, and he sent 1,874 quarts of corn and grain to Drogheda, my hometown, and I have the newspaper clipping, and I want to share that with everyone soon. I'll be doing projections and that. But yeah, that was the equivalent, I googled it and worked it all out, it was equivalent of over 900 tons of grain in ships was sent into Drogheda, and it was to the company, I forget the name anyway, but they were in charge of the soup kitchens. So it was the largest donation ever, and that information isn't out there either. So there's a lot of information suppressed. I'm trying to get that information back onto walls to show people, maybe do more projections, more videos. We started with posters and billboards, and they're quite quick, and the billboards are posted over and stuff like that. So I did get the GoFundMe a few weeks ago, last week, and I was able to get this at the portable power station. Because we went down there last Saturday. Back in van, and he was making loads of noise. Next door there was vans driving around, and we were starting to get kind of cheeky bum time, you know, this. It looked like there was problem with it, and you got like a minute and a half before the boys looped around again, and we managed to get and all sorts of things like that. So you can go with the old-fashioned way, posting up images, billboards, everywhere you can. And it's a cheap and effective way of using their media system against them. And if you're going to post something online, I usually post like 10 times more things, and it kind of tends to find its way. So we just have to keep pushing on, and that's what I felt I could do, and I hope it's enjoyed it. You feel it can do something or whatever, so that's it. Have a little short.
This program is actually a symbol of the utter commitment of ordinary people in the world to see the light of change. And it's a symbol of the solidarity and the unity that ordinary people around the world in the multiple millions feel as they look at the suffering and the suppression that's taking place in Gaza. And the need for common unity, for solidarity, for belonging, for togetherness in the face of what is unjust, in the face of what is unspeakable fear. And also the physical outcome of this endeavor will be the very existence of the propeller, the many volunteers that have contributed their time, supporting their bodies and their minds, or just people who are supporting it. It's already a great victory for the human spirit. When we think of history, what do we think of? We think of all the great struggles for freedom. This propeller is part of that great tradition. We're on its courage and great victory in the offensive.
this shows you we're definitely not alone. It's everywhere. This gives you a lot more inspiration too. Before we head off here now, we're going to march round to the Guildhall. I hope you can all join us. We'll head this way, please, and then up the road. But I'm just going to make use of the sound system here for a couple of housekeeping announcements, if that's okay. So I'm sure many of you are aware of Vigil every Friday, 5:30 at the Peace Bridge, and then every Saturday at 3 o'clock at Waterloo Place. We also have the repeat protests about Palestine action. And then, as Becca alluded to, I hope you can all just try to rally all the people in your workplace, people who are on the fence, people who are too nervous. They come out for 15 minutes, even October 16th, and just stand outside your workplace. If it's started with 2 in the workplace, and you might look like at 8. But the following week, there'll be 7, 10, 12, and that's where it'll happen. And it'll happen across workplaces, it'll happen across schools, and we just have to keep on. So thank you, folks, and yeah, we'll head out this way here now. Thank you. Free Palestine.
Israel is a terrorist Occupation no more! Israel is a terrorist state! Palestine! Palestine! Palestine!
You're promoting genocide.
Occupation no more! Israel is a terrorist state! Occupation no more! Israel is a terrorist state! Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free! Palestine! Palestine!
But your man was pregnant full of your mom was